Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1059.
Let's do a podcast without recording.
Wow, that sounds like a great idea. Oh, we failed.
Hey, if a tree falls in the forest, is that the same as a podcast no one listens to and nobody hears it if no one's around? Hey, well, welcome back to the show. We did record a very quick 2-minute podcast that will not go onto the internet, thankfully.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It was pretty bad.
That's Hayley Thesemi. I'm Mike Matthews. We're at Cafe Anyway at Podcastro Valley.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
The last place on earth.
And that was an awkward pause. Welcome to our podcast.
Do you ever have a time when you're with people and you laugh and you're going, hey, I have nothing to talk about, and then there's awkward silence, and then you start to doubt your place in the human race because you can't talk to humans?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
See, I've always had friends who encounter that awkward silence often.
Oh.
Like,
Mike's Daily
you?
Podcast. Yeah!
I was turning off his mic during the parts where they sang.
So it got to a point where we all kind of accepted that awkward silence is only really awkward if we make it awkward, because we're all pretty comfortable with silence.
Oh! That's a good thing.
It doesn't transfer well into podcasting, though.
That's true. Or radio. Mm-hmm. Or the audio arts.
Like if we had 10 seconds of silence right now.
Ah, I can't do it!
You made it 3.
That was too much. Oh, that was too much. I think that's why I fail on whenever I go on a date. I think I talk too much. I talk too much. I never shut up. And I feel maybe if looking at my, I should probably not talk so much.
I think you're all right. It's not how much you talk. It's what you talk about.
Ah.
So basically, be more interesting.
Okay. I will try.
All right, we're gonna do a practice date here. Hi, my name is Shelly. It's
Hey.
really nice to meet you.
Oh, look, I just walked in.
Oh no, that's my ex-boyfriend. How did he find me?
Hello, how are you, Sally? It's been a long time.
Get out of here and take your stupid dog with you. I hate dogs. You don't have a dog, Mike, do you?
Actually, I do have a dog.
Oh, I love dogs.
Sally, I miss you day and night. I wish you would come home to me to be my long wife.
Splash.
That was good. I put that sound effect right in.
I'm gonna go now because nobody loves me and I'm a character that doesn't have a name. Goodbye.
Ugh, I hate him. His name's not Brian.
There goes not Brian. Are you a fan of the name Brian? Oh, look who else just walked in.
It's Brian. Oh no. The fan of the name Brian? I don't have anything against the name Brian.
You don't?
No, I've known Brian's. I'm not Brianist. One of my best friends is named Brian.
Okay.
It's not actually, but
Because that's really an Irish name, isn't it? Very Irishy.
Brian.
Sniff.
Oh, Brian.
Ah! Brian's scary. Okay, so how did I do on that date? Was it pretty good? Oh, well, somebody burst in and interrupted the date.
Well, he didn't talk much.
Then that girl ran off with the guy, the Brian, with the dog.
No.
They didn't?
Nope.
What happened?
You got married and she died in a tragic car accident 3 years later.
Oh, that's so sad.
You've yet to get over it.
I watched Hercule Poirot again last night. That was great. Turned out there was a dog in that one, and the dog solved the murder.
What? No way.
And Hercule was like, little petit dog, I am asking croissants. Because he's like Frenchish.
And the dog's like, what? I don't want no croissant.
Get that croissant out of my face.
Hey, what's up with Burger King?
Better not be chocolate filled. That's poisonous to me.
What's up with Burger King trying to sell all their damn croissant sandwiches? They're making a big deal about them.
They got croissant sandwiches, and then they got the red bun sandwiches or red bun burger that they're coming out with.
What's a red bun burger?
It's a burger with a red bun.
Is it made out of ketchup?
No, they put hot sauce in the bun.
Oh, they put the freaking... What's the big thing? Sriracha?
Probably not. It's probably something like tapito.
Oh, okay. Tapito.
Tapito.
Hey, welcome. What was that noise?
Tapitos.
Oh. Tapitos. Look out. They make that noise. Interesting.
It's their new. I'm working on an advertising slogan for them right now, and I'm trying to come up with something like the commercial happens, you know, and then like everyone rejoices because they have seasoning for their foods, like a hot sauce, and then it cuts to the table shot with the tapitos bottle, and then it's got the taco fixings or whatever around it, and it goes tapito.
I like that. You should be in advertising instead of radio.
Radio.
Buenas radio. Comerciales. Totalmente.
Me llamo Hayley Thesemi.
Con el Thesemi. Bueno, did I not introduce you yet? No introduce.
Mucho camarons. Bueno. Caliente camarons. Camarones? I like shrimp.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Shrimp, is that like healthy for you to eat shrimp?
I don't think it's unhealthy.
Okay. If it's fried, probably not.
Probably like fried breaded shrimp is not the best.
I told you about how I saw a big water influx into my basement yesterday.
Yes.
I thought it was because of the downpour we had in Podcaster Valley.
But indeed...
Where there was hail.
The hail.
Hail Caesar.
All hail the hail. Caesar's dead.
Long live Caesar.
Long live Caesar. Caesar's dead.
Et tu, Brute?
Et tu, Brute. It is March 30th. He died 15 days ago.
Wow. Ides of March. Mm-hmm. I can't believe it's almost April and April Fool's Day. April Fools. So, what is
that, Friday? April Fool's is on Friday? Thursday? Friday. Friday.
I found out about the what they called him, the Cardiff Man. He was a hoax back in the 1800s. They said he was a giant that was petrified. Mm-hmm. It turned out it was a guy. He had some people carve this guy out of like some kind of material that made him look petrified. But then P.T. Barnum got a hold of him, and then Mark Twain wrote a story about all of it.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And that's about it. Hey, you know what?
Silly. I'm just looking it up right now. He just looks silly.
The Petrified Man?
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to hide his genitals, but he's doing it very badly.
Yeah, it's very overtly genitalia.
Yeah. I mean, not only was whoever made this hoax trying to be like, look, these guys were huge, they were also trying to be like, and they were hung.
This is what they were doing in the 1800s with their free time.
I don't know.
Strange. So this podcast is very historical.
Large genitalia were considered not good back in the Roman times.
Really?
Yes. The smaller the genitalia, the better.
What about those fertility goddess statuettes?
You
that
mean
have
the really curvy ones with the gargantuan badonkers?
Yeah. Those are interesting.
Yeah, those were things. I was talking more about the Roman times, though.
Romans, huh?
Mm-hmm. And back then, the goddesses of fertility were skinny and whatnot.
Interesting. Where did you learn all this?
I'm going to say the internet, because I don't specifically remember.
Oh, okay.
But I can assume it was the internet.
What a fascinating thing, the internet.
Wow.
And there was water on the ground in the basement, and as I told you, it turned out to be my really old Frigidaire. It's a small fridge that came with the house, and apparently it's... I don't know if it's broken. I hope it's not broken. If it is broken, Frigidaire. So that I had water, and then
That's a good
slogan for Frigidaire.
Good slogan. Yeah,
Okay.
There's another one. Man, I sure hope it isn't broken. But if it is broken, Frigidaire. Now available at your local Sears store.
Yeah, I can't wait to... So that was my dream as a kid, to become an advertising executive.
Really?
But then I saw that advertising people are, well, you know, Mad Men hadn't come out yet.
Yes,
and
you didn't know how mad they were.
They're nuts.
These men, they're so mad. What
They drink
makes
a lot.
them so mad?
I don't know, and there's this whole fraternity atmosphere. I thought it would be all creative, but it's not. It's all people that hate women. And
Do you know who was a advertising person on TV who did actually hate women? The guy from Bewitched.
Darren?
Yeah,
The first Darren or the second one?
both.
Really? Both Darrens?
Both Darrens, they worked for advertising execs. I'm specifically thinking about the first, though.
Oh, okay.
They were both advertising execs at a firm.
Huh. Interesting. I found out about both those guys watching Entertainment Tonight. And Entertainment Tonight both times talked to both Darrens just shortly before they died. One of them died of AIDS. The other died of, like, some emphysema or something.
Interesting.
So that was my depressing life. Entertainment Tonight. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Entertainment Tonight, Phone Home.
Phone Home? I got it. E.T. Phone Home. You come up with the cleverest things. So I blew that date earlier in the show. What? Oh, Benita's here. And the Disgruntled Fiddle player. Hi, Mike. How y'all doing?
Tell you what.
What? And the Brewmaster's here, too.
I cut you.
All right.
I drank some root beer yesterday.
Did you like my root beer?
It wasn't your root beer.
It was delicious, wasn't it?
It wasn't your root beer.
I think it's time to do a Bing search.
It was an alcoholic root beer.
Oh, tell us more about it as I do my Bing.
It was delicious.
What's the name of the bus service that... Here, I'm going to point the mic up there. What's the name of the bus service that you use?
Alameda County Transit.
Alameda County
We're going on an adventure.
Transit. Alright, I get points when I search things on Bing.
actransit.org or .com.
I'm going to go right to contact us. So we can complain about this awful bus driver you have to deal with day in
Okay,
and day out.
so you read to me what I have to do to contact them, like an email, and then you can transcript things, okay?
Customer relations.
I do have relations with a customer.
Wait. Oh, they... I'm going to go to customer relations. And then it took me to some other thing. Customer feedback form? Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Whether you have a commendation or a complaint, a question or a suggestion, we want to hear from you. Your comments are important to us.
Wow.
For more information,
visit actransit.org. I'm there.
please visit 511.org
Ooh.
or speak with a representative Monday through Friday, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Report an incident. I'm going to report an incident. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, now I gotta type all your information.
Anyway, Hayley, Thesemi, and then go down to the comments. Ready? I need you to transcript this. It's gonna be lengthy.
In your own words. Here we go.
Okay. Dear AC Transit Bus Operator.
I'll spell check that later.
Comma, and then new paragraph. What the Sincerely.
Oh, wait, I should F8 before I go any further. Okay. Sincerely. But yeah, but we didn't say which specific one, though.
Hayley Thesemi.
But,
and that's it. Submit.
But we didn't say what route or anything.
They'll get it.
All right.
It's not my job.
What email should I give?
Dare I give out my email on this podcast? Sure, I just made a new one, so I had one. Hayley Raze R-A-Z-E Thesemi R-A-Z-E Thesemi at gmail.com.
Is that like raise the roof?
That is like raise the entire village, pillage the crops, and steal their cattle.
Lovely. I'm submitting now. Here we go. Oh, do you want a response?
Oh, no.
No? All right. Well, I feel better now, don't you? That was completely useless. You need to, like, say what the bus driver is. And get his name, rank, serial number, and all that. Well...
Well, you know, he actually submitted that, and now I regret actually putting my email on it.
Well, they can't respond to you.
That's true, they can't respond to me. I just wasted someone's time.
Which they did to you, so good. Fair turnabout, fair play. Which is what we teach on this show about revenge and avenging and all that.
And the Avengers?
The Avengers with Robert Downey Jr. Hi, it's Robert Downey Jr. and I play Iron Man.
Hi, this is Robert Downey Jr. I play Iron Man on The Avengers.
And I'm Mark Ruffalo, and I'm in all kinds of things, and don't turn me into the Hulk. And then there's who's the other guy in the show?
Chris
Hemsworth,
and then Chris Evans.
I am Thor. I'm Thor. I will flex my muscles at every
Chris,
point.
Calm down. Oh, sorry. I'm Chris Hemsworth.
Crumbs Hemsley.
And then there's Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Who's Chris Evans?
Don't forget Agent Carter.
And then Jeremy Renner.
Hello, I'm Agent Carter. I'm actually played by Hayley Atman. Agent Carter, you forgot? Yeah, Clark Gregg. It's his birthday this weekend.
Is it?
Hi, it's Clark Gregg. Hey, no wait. Clark Gregg is more like, oh, he's got this intense thing, but he's got that smile on his face all the time. I love him. Okay, I wanted to tell you about my dog has a problem eating cow poop.
Like he tries and he can't, or he does and you don't want him to?
He doesn't. I don't want him to, especially when I go to these parks, like the one overlooking the bay at Fairmont Ridge near Lake Chabot in Podcastra Valley. He'll walk over and eat, and it's not just him; it's other dogs. But
He'll eat other dogs too.
He eats other dogs, and I don't like that. No, he doesn't eat other dogs. Other dogs eat the expulsions of the cows, and all I can say is it makes dogs really sick if they eat. They get, like, you could see it.
Really?
Because they pump the cows full of hormones and whatnot, and they make them eat. They force feed. Actually, I don't know what they do, but I don't know. The cow. Maybe his poop tastes good. Maybe it's like a burger, pooped, and that's delicious.
Obviously, something makes the dog want to eat it.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was my fun day yesterday. I talked to a nice lady with these 2 little Chihuahua-type dogs that were running around and playing with Basil. It was cute. Basil's a boxer. And to sum up, refrigerator, Fritz, dog, burger. And then, don't eat dog burgers, that's bad. Perot and a dog solved a crime. AC Transit sucks. And I think we learned a lot. Oh!
AC Transit has gone to the dogs.
Brewmaster gonna cut you.
I'm gonna cut you.
Disgruntled Fiddle player. Oh! Let's come over here. Let's sit with the Disgruntled Fiddle player here at Cafe anyway. He's throwing some back.
Actually, this morning I'm just drinking my coffee black. I like black coffee. Oh, goddamn, that was hot.
Anyway, Disgruntled Fiddle player, Trump, last night at the debates, Trump said the following. The GOP is treating me badly, so I am going to run as an independent if I don't get the nominations. What do you think about that, Disgruntled Fiddle player?
Well, he can do what he wants. I will follow him off a cliff.
Wonderful.
Cool. You were saying you didn't like him a few months back.
I did? Well, that's because I wanted Land Cruiser to win. Are you sure you're not confusing me with Valentino, who wants Roseanne Barr to win?
Well, yeah, I know Valentino wants Roseanne Barr to win.
Yeah.
I want Bernie Sanders to win. Because I'm Benita the rodeo queen, and I have a rational mind.
I heard Trump say, if there's one thing I hate, it's when someone knows how to play the fiddle and still doesn't like it.
Well, he said that?
Yes, 100%.
He hates me? Is that what you're trying to tell me now?
He hates
you, Disgruntled Fiddle player.
Totally
he hates you. How can you support Trump when he hates you?
Well, I can't. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to vote at all.
No! You've got to vote! You
gotta vote!
It's better to throw your vote away than not to vote at all.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Then I'm going to vote for my hat.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Vote for your hat.
You can vote for Vernon Supreme.
Vernon Supreme! Ladies and gentlemen, have we talked about Vernon Supreme before?
We have talked about Vernon Supreme a little while back.
Yeah, but it was 3,000 episodes ago, so...
Vernon Supreme is a third-party candidate. He runs out of the...
I'm going to syncopate clap while you do that.
He's Vernon Supreme, and he's out of Vermont. He talks about free ponies for everyone. I mean free ponies, not taxable, not you have to pay anything. Nope, they're free. It's an ID system. And he says that plaque is bad, and we need toothbrushing in America. And also, he's tasked by Jesus to make some senators gay by pouring glitter on them. He's Vernon Supreme. He's been doing this since like 1987.
Really, that long?
There's not an election in 1987. So he probably didn't do it then. Because elections are on even years always. Anyway, he is Vernon Supreme, and he is here to say that he is... Oh, what's his catchphrase? I don't even remember. The friendly fascist.
I can't do the syncopated beat anymore. That takes it out of me. That's the longest I've done a syncopated beat. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing MIKEs-DAILY-Podcast over at Podcaster Valley.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture today is, do you think the sunrise over Lake Elizabeth? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go with that one.
Okay, it's the sun rising over Lake Elizabeth.
Okay.
Okay.
I took that like 2 days ago.
Nice.
It's very nice.
It's very nice.
Oh, I took it yesterday.
But yesterday. Nice.
Well, I'm voting for my hat or vermin giggity.
Sounds good.
You should look into his policies. They're good stuff.
I'm voting for Bernie. Brewmaster, who are you voting for?
I like eggs.
All right.
Okay, I had eggs yesterday.
You did?
I had a chicken donburi, which is like a rice bowl. It's a Japanese rice bowl with eggs and such.
What? Where'd you have this?
Eggs and vegetables at a sushi place. You can get them at most sushi places.
I want to go eat sushi now.
It was good. It was all right. I've had better.
What was wrong with it?
I don't know. Needed more vegetables for a start.
See?
And the egg was scrambled and mixed in.
Oh.
And I don't know. It just wasn't as great.
Guy Fieri hates eggs.
Really?
He hates if they're cooked into something, he's fine, but he doesn't like scrambled or poached or whatever.
I generally don't either.
Huh. Hey, what were we going to talk about afterwards, after the podcast? You said, I wanted to talk about something.
I don't remember.
Damn.
It's fine. It was yesterday's news.
Okay. We still got one more podcast together this week.
One more podcast to set off or to say goodbye to the month of March.
Yes. March is marching away. It's been a very green March, this March, here in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Very green. I would like to continue my rant. Oh, yeah, remember after the show, I ranted some more about why I don't have musicians on the show anymore, and one of the things is I go through all the work of putting their picture on the podcast picture and editing their interviews because they always cuss, and then getting the music on the show, and then I get dinged by YouTube because I put music on my podcast, and then they don't even put me, except for Kai Alfred Hillick, who's the most awesome musician on the planet, who's the only interview I did this year except for Kinder Jazz. But Kai and Kinder Jazz, they were nice. They totally, actually, Kinder Jazz and Llewellyn, so nice people. They reposted stuff and everything. So, except for those two, I get no love, no repostings or anything. So, that's my rant. I feel better. That was cathartic. It felt like the weight of the world was just taken off my very narrow shoulders.
Good.
I'm afraid of petrified giants with large ding-dongs.
Shamalama ding dongs.
Do you remember that David Bowie song he did with 9 Inch Nails? I'm afraid of Americans.
No.
I'm afraid of the world.
But I agree.
I had a long conversation with David Naderhead. Let's put his little part in right here.
So Mike has a podcast that it has some hilarity in it that I've not yet heard, actually. But anyway, we'll talk later. Well, some people have heard it. I know that. More people than have heard mine.
Wow, that was great. I totally heard that and didn't just sit here for a few seconds.
And pretend like you were hearing it. Mm-hmm. David Naderhead and I share a love of the 80s music because we are similar ages. And he and I were discussing Yaz. You were in the room as we discussed Yaz. And then we also talked about Depeche Mode because Clark. No, wait, not Clark. Vince. Vince Clark. He was in Depeche Mode in the beginning and then went on to Yaz and then did Erasure. And stayed with Erasure.
And you were surprised that I knew about Erasure.
And Andy Bell. I was! What's your favorite Erasure? Oh, you like the song that was in that video game.
Yeah, because it's I've heard some of them, but that's the one that I've heard enough times to actually really have an opinion on it.
Always, I want to be with you, and live and breathe with you, and live in harmony, harmony, always. It's such a good song. Beep, 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 beep. And I totally remember that game. Once you showed me that game, because I knew someone about 10 years ago who had a kid, and the kid was playing it all the time, and
it was super big back sometime.
With the horses, right?
Unicorn, that's also a robot.
Awesome. Anyway.
Hey, let's get out of here.
Are we going to wrap this up? We're going to put a little bow on it?
Wrap it up. Put a bow on it.
I don't know.
Express.
What? I don't even know what's the theme. Like yesterday was seals. The day before that, eggs or something.
Dogs.
Today's dogs? No.
We talked about dogs.
We did, didn't we? Mm-hmm. I'll call this canine. So I don't, because I'm referring to dogs, and I could also be referring to the robot from Doctor Who during the 70s Doctor Who. He had a robotic.
And then Canine made an appearance in one of the new series.
He did with David Tennant.
With David Tennant and whatever her face is.
Was it Freya Amanila or Donna Noble?
No, I think it was
Rose.
Possibly.
It was Rose.
Yeah, but it was they brought back the original.
Oh, Elizabeth Sladen.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane.
And
she's all jealous of Rose because Rose is younger.
Right.
But Elizabeth Sladen passed away, sadly.
And then did they have the Sarah Jane Chronicles?
They did. And they actually brought Matt Smith onto that. And like they're, every companion of the Doctor, at first when they meet him, they're like, yeah, I don't know who you are. And then after a while, they're like, oh my God, you're the Doctor, but you regenerated.
Yeah.
But did you watch the Sarah Jane Chronicles?
No. They should have had a crossover between the Sarah Connor Chronicles and the Sarah Jane Chronicles.
Yes!
Both shows that...
Both had Chronicles in the name.
And Sarah. And they both kind of didn't do that well.
Yeah. And were spin-offs of big franchises. Mm-hmm. Terminator. I think the Terminator should have met Doctor Who, and they should have had a fight to the death. Or to the regeneration. But the only way to kill a Terminator is to either drop them in a huge vat of molten metal, or to squish them with a huge... Basically, killing Terminator always ends up in a factory. You got to be in some kind of factory with big factory tools.
That's how they were created. That's how they have to be destroyed.
Fascinating. We summed it all up. Thanks to Canine. You are welcome, mistress. See, I did watch a lot of that. If I could do a Tom Baker impression, that would be awesome.
He was all very, he had a very, kind of, he would talk a bit British.
Man, let's get out of here.
All right. I want to talk about Doctor Who, but we're not going to do it.
No. I got to go set up for the radio show.
I want to talk about Hercule Poirot, but we're not going to do it.
Let's talk about Hercules.
Hercules Poirot, he picked up the world. No, that was Atlas.
Yeah.
What was Hercules' power? He was super strong. And
he
what
was
else?
Super strong.
But wasn't his mom like a god? Or he was the son of gods?
He was a son of Zeus, because everyone's a son of Zeus, because he can't keep his...
Ding-dong?
Cambridge or Cardiff giant... He can't keep his Cardiff giant in his
pants.
Loincloth.
In his loincloth.
In his robe.
Oh, really quick, I really did enjoy your E.T. reference earlier. That was good.
Thank you.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Good night. Oh, next show, Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
These are the credits rolling down.
Oh, he's making his hands going down. Then the credits. But no. See, you're doing credits a la 1980 something. Nowadays, it's like this. They go super fast.
The one that shows up right in the middle and stays there,
Yeah. His hand's just standing there.
And then it cuts to
It cuts, and then it's done.
Mike Matthews Productions. Woo!
See, the point is now, if you have a credit on a TV show, it doesn't even matter, because they speed them up really fast. They put them in a tiny little square in the right-hand corner or whatever.
See, you're watching replays.
Oh.
That doesn't always happen.
Oh, you mean first runs? They have to actually show them.
Or they just don't have credits at all.
Yeah.
But,
that's, you know what?
They might even be in the corner, but they'll be slower.
Do you know
how... They speed them up to make sure they fit in the time if they're replays.
old movies, like the credits were so short. It's like they'd have the music play, and they'd have maybe 2 or 3. I mean, they'd show them a long time, but it'd be like 3 lists, and then they were done.
Old movies had credits at the beginning of the movie.
Oh.
Do you know what the first movie to have the credits at the end was?
What? Oh, Gone with the Wind.
Star Wars.
I don't know if that's true or not.
It is.
I would fact check you right now.
So, Fox...
Brewmaster, fact check him.
All right.
Fox produced the first Star Wars movie.
I like eggs.
And George Lucas got special permission to put the credits at the end. And then Fox produced the second movie, and Fox did not give special permission to George Lucas to put the credits at the end, but he did anyway, and he got fined. And that's why the third movie was produced by Paramore.
Paramore the group?
Paramount. That's why we need to end this.
That was my Star Wars end.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!